sensitize people on how we are the problem and what we can do. Earlier, we used to screen movies in auditoriums, but now we screen movies in apartments, schools and colleges so that we can reach out to many people. One of the ideas of what we can do is the simple activity of gifting sapling. Of course, we began with planting many trees and many have grown, but how many could we plant with our limited resources? So in order to make the practice of gifting sapling a viral activity, we wanted people to gift sapling in various social gatherings like birthdays and weddings. If people get the idea and start gifting trees in various occasions, then it's like thousands of trees getting planted. We even do crazy stuffs like celebrating fake birthdays. So often when we friends hang out in coffee shops and restaurants or theatres, we often take a gift-wrapped sapling and create a little drama in order to attract attention so that people can register that a birthday is being celebrated and a tree is being gifted. We even have the support of the green superhero, a tree man. He is the mascot of our campaign and supports the culture of gifting sapling.
Education is a major area of intervention for us, but we primarily focus on reading and creativity among children. We started by mobilizing about 1,000 people to donate books, and with those books, we set up this children's library in Bhubaneswar. This library has no funding and it is absolutely free, but it is regarded as one of the best in the country by experts. This library has one of the best collection of books collected from all over the world. And this arrangement of books has been done keeping in mind the different levels of reading competencies for children. This library has now become a general library. Even the work is done by the volunteers, from dusting of books, from cataloguing of books, from arranging of books to everything. Now we have another public library for children in Cuttack. Again, it has been set up through individual contributions. We have also set up model libraries in 20 government schools across Bhubaneswar, Ganjam and Malkangiri, again through individual contributions. Our efforts and achievements have inspired a lot of people across the country to open up similar libraries. We organize workshops on creativity for children in our libraries. We have also been organizing such workshops in festivals for children by the government, like Sargi Phula, which was conducted by the SC and ST Development Department. There, our own volunteers become state level experts.
sargi phula,
while setting up our first library, which is like a resource center for children's books, we realized that there aren't many good picture books in Odia. So, in our workshops, we try and create picture books in Odia.
Always tried to create an awareness about social and environmental issues in a creative manner. Since a picture speaks louder than words, we have a lot of engagement around arts. We've been trying to create a lot of awareness on water issues through arts. And one such activity that we are doing is water on wheels. We actually did it at a railway station. We gathered the painters and asked them to paint on their canvases at the railway station. And of course, it gathered a lot of attention and we created an awareness. Similarly, we organized Blue, the water festival, where we got hundreds of people, including the Chief Minister, to paint a 500 feet wall on issues of water. And it being in the heart of the city, we now call it the Wall of Water. We also had an art exhibition where thousands of people came together to discuss issues of water. We had once organized a mock memorial service for water, which shocked and surprised the onlookers, and the point was made. We've been working in the villages of Ganjam to educate the rural folks about issues of water and sanitation using their own local arts so as to involve the community. We create a 6-day long festival where the villagers read books, watch movies and create art, music and dance. This can only be done by creating an ecosystem for which we've been working on education on art. We've been trying to do that through exhibitions and workshops with global experts on topics such as 3D street art, puppetry and theatre, etc.
Of course, all our activities are planned and executed by our volunteers. It's an attempt to demonstrate the power of volunteerism. But we also celebrate some events where we encourage volunteerism in youth. It's like we went ahead and created 2 days of our own where we celebrate volunteerism, where we gather about thousands of volunteers. We mobilize them in about 25 cities across the country, where they go around visiting orphanages and old age homes, where they spend time with people, they spread joy. We've also taken the lead in organizing the Joy of Giving Week here in Orissa. In fact, our huge network of volunteers help us mobilizing a huge collection drive where we go around collecting books and clothes which we distribute amongst the needy. Volunteer development is a key issue because we want our volunteers to get as they give. In order to do that, we also organize different skill development and leadership programs here, like the International Design Lab, where we had participants from different countries in which our volunteers had also participated. It was basically to figure out a design solution to different social issues and problems.
We started Bakul as a platform for volunteers and to demonstrate the power of volunteerism, the power of ordinary individuals to bring about change. And we realized that can happen only when it becomes like a movement with a lot of people coming together and we demonstrating what is possible when they come together. But the big challenge was that most NGOs were seen as dishonest and out to make money. So how do we mobilize people to join hands with us? And that is why we decided that most of our work we would do without institutional funding. When we started Bakul, most people either did not understand what we were trying to do or they did not believe it was going to work. So at least now people recognize that volunteerism works. In fact, it rocks. Looking back at all that we have done, I know there is still a lot to do. I often feel, we could have done this, we could have done that, but it's not easy. I mean, without any full-time staff, without regular financial support, it's difficult. But then, I have no regrets at all about the path we have taken. I think some people like the tents, but so I have got mixed feedback. Some people didn't like it, some people liked it. The journey has been difficult, of course, but it's been very beautiful as well. I mean, the diversity of our volunteers fosters innovation, and the sincerity, their passion, their enthusiasm allows us to do great work. And there is what I call voluntary capitalism. Like capital attracts more capital, the story of Bakul attracts more and more people to volunteer and to get involved. When people come to a Bakul library and they see that every book is donated and everyone there volunteers, they get inspired and they also want to join the movement. And that is how the Bhubaneswar library has actually become one of the best children's libraries in the country. Just the other day, these parents came down. Their son has been a regular at our library and they said their son has been pestering them for a month, going after them. What the hell are you doing? Why don't you go and volunteer? Can't you give a few hours every week? I was so happy hearing this because we have not said anything to this boy, but this boy has been coming to our library and seeing that everyone who works here is volunteering and he felt inspired. He felt that he was probably too young to do it himself and he thought that his parents should. After I heard this, I felt maybe we are doing something right. And it's happening almost every day that seeing the people who are volunteering, more and more people are coming. I'm often asked about the scalability of Bakul. But the most scalable thing is actually hope. I mean, if we can create hope in ordinary individuals, that change is possible and that they can be the architects of that change with whatever they have, then it can acquire a scale like nothing else can. And slowly but steadily, with all this happening, with so many people joining hands, I think we are getting there.
I feel that Bakul has been made with a lot of thought, a lot of love, not only of one individual, but of many individuals have come together and made this space so beautiful and unique.
Bakul lets me think different.
Bakul has been my compass.
Bakul creates leaders out of us.
Well, it's a design for change.
Working here is fun. It was my dream to reach children and Bakul fulfilled it.
Bakul is like books? Yeah, books.
Bakul is like yoga.
Bakul is a dream come true.